The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the game. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The shotgun. Still running at the 40. It's a running room. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them. And you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
Oh, he missed it. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a thrilling 50-yard run for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Dropping back, it's Burks. Hauls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts them on top by one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. That Auburn offense onto the field again. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Rebels. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. And he makes the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air on second down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Already with 2 touchdowns on the board, now they're back at it up 14-6. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
Some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Power football with the run. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. He's up to 81 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Connor. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Connor. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the
Oh, hell no.
Hey, you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter.
Man, what the fuck? I thought this is it.
Looking to throw, it's Burks. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down. Now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up. And they better get him double teamed because they can't block him right now.
And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Punt is on its way. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So here comes the Auburn offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking to fire. Got a man, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Third down is money down, and they were money. Great job getting the football to your playmaker, and then watch, after the catch, making the play, getting the big first down. Now you're set up in great position to go get 6 with a first-and-goal opportunity.
Moving away from pressure. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Syracuse had an impressive showing at home And I know the fans inside the dome are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It's so hard to play QB. You got all these bullets flying at you, people coming at you, and you got to know where they're running the route. Oh, and I got to get my feet perfectly set and try to make throws. So I think you can't be great at quarterback unless you get the first part secure first, and that's your feet. Get those feet nice and quiet before you throw the football.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
They're dealing with a second and long. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He'll pull it down and run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, it's one on offense. You know, you're trying to run the ball and get that established so you can work the bootleg off of that with your quarterback, but just nothing going there. The defense was in good position. The QB just didn't have enough speed to really hurt the defense on that.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Burks. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown,
What the fuck?
Ole Miss. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
I really don't want to play this shit, bro. I want to get back on goddamn 5M. Fuck this shit.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Tight end now in motion.
Turn the fucking ball over. Hey, bro.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
What you doing?
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short
Hey, listen how this shit sound, bro. Say this shit don't
And
sound.
these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions
Megan,
ever for quarterbacks. Paul, I bet you would love being able to just
catch me
flip
just
it
not
forward.
that.
That counts as
She
two
want me.
completion percentage,
She
which is
like,
good. And then it's all run after the
basically
catch,
like she
so
got that
pretty
on.
easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push
They were like,
when I was playing
come
quarterback.
to her homegirl
It is
house.
so hard to defend.
No, no,
It's so
but her
hard to
nigga
seal
stuff,
that
but
edge, especially when this
homegirl
guy's
nigga
full
for that.
speed ahead coming around the outside.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's
It's been so
incomplete.
late. So,
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked.
I'm paranoid now. I'm gonna shoot y'all ass
because he
right
threw in the double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up in the double coverage.
No, that's it.
He might want another play.
She can go a little too many ways.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here.
But what?
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To the air, it's Burks. Here's a heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. He wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. With the catch, it's West. Tripped up for the tackle.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket. You know exactly where he's going to be every single time.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Keeps looking downfield. Card in the backfield. It's West. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more.
He'll take a deep shot here. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He'll pull it down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26.
the fuck, bitch?
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that,
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You keep
this
saying
shouldn't
okay,
be
then
a
shut the
surprise
fuck
to
up.
anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on.
Hey, stupid as fuck. I ain't doing that shit, that bitch. That's not even my bitch to be arguing with. To be honest. Like, not even my bitch to be arguing with. Seriously.
For showing the time I changed it when I changed. All I'm 2 minutes for sure. I look on anything but same. I just stack that paper.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Hey, boy, lock you in. I got it down, bro.
Back to the line of scrimmage, but no
Like,
more than that.
shit.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half. So
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
that is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
Slips through the line. He just about took that one all the way.
My offense get it together, man. We straight.
Down after a tremendous return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They were on the move the last time they had it. Unfortunately, an interception ruined that threat. Now to see if they can put something together and have it pay off in points. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought
A bit
down.
not go, man. I say, like, bit.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Finds his tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back.
Take them, man.
You hear this all the time. You've got to be able to tackle the catch. Limit yak, right? I know that ball wasn't thrown deep down the field. As soon as that guy caught it, though, down he went.
To the air, it's Burks. Finds his man, it's Sanders. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got him.
That shit fucked my whole shit up.
38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers.
What the fuck?
Wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. And as he throws, misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're
Why the
winning this
fuck
game.
did you float the ball? Oh, nigga, he's wide open.
Incomplete pass. He had a huge
damn,
gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move
Nigga,
upfield.
something with this, bro.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup
consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Looking down the middle.
Come on!
Throw down the gut, falls to the grass. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
I want to give a shout out to the defense.
The defense playing good. Offense just quarterback missing stupid ass.
On third down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Give to the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a little space. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Trying to pick up a first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. He tries to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 25. He is hauled down, but not before. He puts an exclamation point on this period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. He wants to change this route. Lost to throw again. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Lewis. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Touchdown, Tiger! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Georgia Tech. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry?
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? It's Burks. Blasted as he lets it go. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown over! This defense makes...
I'm ready to get on 5M. On me, I'm ready to get on 5M. That nigga a scrub. Ugh. bro, I ain't gonna count. If this nigga beat me, my excuse is, nigga, I been on 5M all week. I been on 5M. I ain't played nothing else. Nigga, I don't even cut the PS5 on no more. I done got a PC. I might stop playing this shit. I ain't gonna count. This shit way more funner. That's the best little $1,000 I ever spent in my life. I swear to God. Bring your ass. Sorry, nigga.
For large luxury hotels. Every year we rent our house or... Man, if you don't get away from my car, the highest gas is...
Oh God, if I ever get into it with anybody, girl, my homeboy, well, and I ain't got no roster, so it's mandatory that we talk every single fucking day. If not, we done. Strangers, you know, don't. Who knows?
Man, dickhead. Hey, bro, we waiting on this nigga. He's like, he turned to his daughter. I'm ready to get back on 5. Young nigga taking too long, bro. Shit. Fuck up.